Hey guys, Dennis here with Revog Games. I'm joined by.
Joshua Weyers, all the way in South Africa, where I have no electricity half the day.
Yes, we're actually kind of on a time limit right now because you're uh, you're about to lose some power pretty soon.
About
So
45 minutes from now,
yeah,
yeah.
so yeah,
Look,
this.
it's getting better, which is nice. But on Sunday we got hit with stage 6 load shedding,
Uh-huh.
which means like 13 hours out of the day I had like more than half my day. There's no electricity. That's insane.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But it
Um,
is getting better.
but yeah, we're gonna talk some news. Obviously, the main topic we're gonna talk about is this Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks thing, which
Hmm.
I heard that some people like, and maybe what will happen to us, that people who had even not even had any footage of it, that just talked about it, got strikes, which was
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, you can't
Should we
tell
not talk
people.
about it?
No, we're definitely
Like,
talking about it. So,
definitely.
anyways, so let's start off. So
Have you seen any of the videos? There's a lot, by the way. Like, there's a couple that went viral, but there's like a lot
I
of
only
videos.
watched one of the videos. It's fine because it was such a big thing for the last what couple days. When was the actual
Yeah.
leak? When did the leak happen?
I don't know.
A
Definitely
few
was
days ago, I think it was a few
yeah,
days ago, but it just became a huge thing. And then I saw the clip or whatever, and
there's like
the
9
main thing,
clips. Yeah.
yeah, the thing that I just wanted to talk about mainly about it is it's taking the game industry by storm, and people are talking about it like, oh my god, look at it. It's like it doesn't mean anything. My
I
whole
mean,
thing is it doesn't mean anything because look, I've not worked on any huge AAA titles like this or anything even close to it, but even in the small video games that I have worked on, dude, there's a process to development that starts off not with graphics. It's all just the gameplay
mhm.
loop. It's all about starting and trying to refine what the actual gameplay loop is, and that's what video you saw. You think that they're gonna release Grand Theft Auto 6 and it's gonna look like that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Here's the
That's.
thing. People that are complaining clearly didn't watch all the clips out there, because some of the clips out there, the graphics do look jaw-dropping. Like, it
Mm-hmm.
looks real. It looks like they're walking around in real freaking life. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So there are like some clips where it shows the city and it looks shockingly real. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I don't know if that's like maybe they're just running it on like a godlike computer as well. Who knows? But the biggest takeaway from this is, yes, some people are disappointed by it, which makes no sense to me because I watched pretty much all the clips. And like, yes, in some of the clips there's no graphics because they're not working on graphics; they're working on mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
But they're showing off like, okay, they obviously we weren't meant to see this, but if you do watch them, there's a lot of really cool mechanics there. Like, I was watching this one video about how a door reacts to your body, like how you can technically close a door in GTA. Like, I don't know if that was in GTA 5, but like the way you walk through a door is you kind of walk through a door and then it closes on its own. Like, but now the doors will stay open if you walk through it, and if you walk up to the door and kind of move your body and walk away from it, the door kind of, it like allows you to close it. Like, so it's interesting to see like they're working on very small mechanics. There's a video clip I saw about the AI police chasing you, like the AI mechanics, and you can see how they're working. It's insane. Like, it's actually, I liked seeing these video clips because it actually shows you the point of view of what that AI looks like everything that goes into it, like what's it looking at, what's
Mm-hmm.
it reacting to, and you see all the things that you wouldn't usually see, all the invisible lines and stuff. And it's really, oh, look, I feel bad for Rockstar, but also I
Mm-hmm.
think this is amazing marketing in disguise, you know?
Well, so Rockstar actually came out, and because first when it came out, people were like, "Is this real? Is it not? Is it whatever? A hoax? Blah blah blah." Rockstar confirmed that it was real, and they also said they're like, there was a thing that says we recently suffered a network intrusion, in which an unauthorized third party illegally accessed and downloaded confidential information from our systems, including early development footage for the next Grand Theft Auto. And they say more stuff. They said they're disappointed and they don't want to have the game be shared like this. But look, overall, my whole thing is it's not a big deal, and it's not going to affect the game at all.
Oh,
First of all,
definitely not. Yeah.
first of all, they already said it's not going to affect the development cycle because why would it? And two, this is nothing. This is nothing new. If you saw tons of, and then what was kind of cool was then you had development teams of games that have already been published come out and start showing their development footage. And like, I remember I saw one footage, someone from Remedy had released some of Control's like early development footage, and it was like, oh, here's like a not highly polygon character moving around a non-textured environment. You know what I mean? Like, and showing like that's what gaming development is. You start off with the raw materials, and then you build and build and build and build until you get the final product. Sometimes the final product is great, and sometimes it's not. But that's, you know, seeing that whatever footage doesn't really and shouldn't really mean anything to anyone.
I'm excited, dude. If anything, it got me really stoked. You know what I mean? I was happy with what I saw. Like, you know, like you got to look at like the things that are good in those clips. You know what I mean? Because that's what the individual developers are focusing on clearly. So I do feel for them, but it's also one of those things where I saw these clips and I was like, wow, they are further along than I thought. Actually, like when I saw these clips, I was like, hell, like they're further along than I thought. I thought they were like way back still in development. You know what I mean? Yeah, the FBI is getting involved, which I think is cool. But well, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm just thinking like the hacker must be shitting their pants, you know? like this got super serious. I don't think they were expecting it to be this serious, but they are serious. Look, I prefer it when developers are open. Like currently, EA, or not EA, I think it's EA, but the team working on Skate, the game that's coming out that's going to be free to play, they've been showing all their pre-development videos, and I quite like it when developers are open with that. They're like, hey, look at this. How do you feel about that mechanic? How do you feel about this mechanic? You know? I suppose that works for things like that, but with a game like GTA, it is almost always better to like just get the finished polished product and enjoy it that day. But overall, I think this is great marketing for them. I do feel for them. It's a breach of security. At the end of the day, that's what they're really scared about. I don't think they care too much about the footage out there. I know they're striking people down, but I think they're really more scared and worried about their breach in security. You know what I mean? Like, that's scary stuff right there. But yeah, I don't know. Look, like I said, everything I saw, like, yeah, there was a couple of clips I saw that were rough, but there were a couple of clips I saw that looked really good, man. I don't know I don't know why some people were complaining. They're like, oh, I hope this isn't the game that comes out when it comes out. I'm like, dude, this game isn't coming out for like another year or more. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna take a while.
The related thing, which is Diablo 4 also got leaked out, bunch of footage. You know, like I said, it's like, I think this game is obviously much further along, as it's going to be released next year. But yeah, it's just, one, it's unfortunate that people are hacking into these.
Probably going to be on Game Pass because they are now owned by
I don't
Xbox.
know why I can't hear you. What the fuck? I checked my battery. It's not the battery. It's 70%. So I don't know.
Check your Discord output.
Now I can hear you.
I don't. Yeah, you check your because I can see the mic is definitely working up.
Yeah. I see it recording. It's just I personally can't hear you. So
that's weird, man.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, as I was saying, so most likely this will be on Game Pass as well because Blizzard is now Acti Blizzard is owned by Microsoft. So
or going to be, despite all the.
Yeah. It's gonna take a while, but
yeah.
But yeah. That's also why I know Call of Duty games will be coming to Game Pass as well. I think somebody said as well that they're actually hoping to make Call of Duty Xbox exclusive as well in the future. But I digress. Look, Diablo 4 is looking good. You know what I mean? If it was a leak, I don't even know if it was a leak, man. I don't know if I trust that. People say it's a leak, but maybe it was like an internal leak, good marketing kind of campaign thing. You know what I mean? This bit of news got me really excited. I know all we got was a freaking tweet, but an Iron Man game got announced by Motive. You know what I mean? I'm stoked for that. I love Marvel, but the fact that we don't have a good Superman game, you know what I mean?
Marvel,
no, I'm saying I love Marvel. I'm just saying, why do we not have a DC Superman game? Like, the Arkham games are amazing.
Yes.
Like, if anything, like, they make money. Like, how has no one made now that we have Unreal Engine 5, it's so doable to do a Superman game where you have, or a Flash game, or anything that's involving super speed or super flight or whatever, you know what I mean? you can do that now with Unreal Engine 5. You know, you can pull off a Superman game. I mean, there's some dude, there's a developer who put his game on Steam. He had to like rebrand the costume so it doesn't look too much like Superman.
Yeah.
But this is a one-man developer, and he made a pretty freaking cool game. You know what I mean? So if a whole team came together, that'd be sick. I guess an Iron Man game would be similar because you'd be flying around a lot, so that's a lot of resources loading in. So that would look sick, you know. And I think it would be cool to not be completely overpowered, which is what Superman is. So looking forward to an Iron Man game, you know, by Motive. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm surprised they kind of they're working on the Dead Space remake.
That's it
right now. I'm interested that such a kind of high profile property kind of got announced in kind of a very
such a lackluster way.
Yeah, it was just a tweet say, hey guys, the news is out. We're making, you know, we're collaborating with Marvel Games and we're making this Iron Man game, which is cool. I'm looking forward to it. I thought it would have been something at, you know, the Game Awards or something, like a teaser trailer for the Game Awards or something like that.
Oh, I don't think we're gonna get a teaser trailer for a year, man. Like if all we got was a screenshot, that means they haven't even, like, they probably just got the licensing rights to it. You know what I mean? Like, they're not even gonna, like, there's no coding. They're probably in pre development, so we're not even gonna get a freaking teaser trailer in like a year from now. But I'm excited nonetheless. I mean, like, Guardians of the Galaxy was good. Like, a lot of these Marvel games have been good, except for Avengers. You know, well, I enjoyed the Avengers campaign, and even that was a bit glitchy, but I enjoyed the story of it. You know, So yeah, I have high hopes for this. I think it'll be good. Also, like, if it's gonna look anything like Dead Space in terms of quality, we're gonna get something good. You know.
Yeah. The funny thing is that the first time I ever thought an Iron Man game would be possible is after Anthem, which, you know, obviously was not the big hit that EA was hoping for. So they're kind of be like, you know what? Let's just get the Iron Man game, and, you know, let's just take the proper license and use, you know, kind of what we built on.
I think there were the movie spin-off games at one point, I believe, around like 2008, like that era. I think like the first Iron Man movie got a game, but yeah. This is exciting but weird too. The Kojima Productions mystery teaser with Al Fanning.
Yeah. It's weird.
Is it going to be another walking simulator, Dennis? Who knows?
I don't know. I still haven't downloaded it off of Gamepass because it's so huge. It's like 100 gigs.
It is big. But look, I'll be honest, giving the game a second try around, it's a good experience if you're like I've been playing the game with a friend. So we've been experiencing it like a movie, because that's all it really is. You're just walking. It's super trippy as well. I enjoy the story behind it, you know what I mean? But it is a walking simulator. Maybe this is Death Stranding 2, you know, and this is the new main character. Who knows? Like, there's literally nothing we know about this, you know?
Yeah. So I guess Jeff Keighley had tweeted out this image that says, "Who am I?" And you can't really see the face, but I guess after someone, I don't know, looked into it, it was like, oh, it's Elle Fanning, who is actually really good on the show The Great. On Hulu.
She's phenomenal. She's phenomenal in general, man. She's a fantastic actress.
Yeah.
High hopes for that. Yeah.
So
I have no idea is it going to be something scary? Is it going to? Who knows? I have no idea what it's going to be, man. I'm excited. You know, it's he took a chance with Death Stranding. Some people didn't like it. Some people loved it. You know what I mean? Story wise, it's like. So, for the love of God, man, I've said this so many times, but somebody just give this man a contract with a movie studio. He clearly wants to direct. He clearly wants to direct. Let him just somebody let this man direct a movie, because that's what he wants to do. It's so obvious, you know what I mean? And I think we could, if him and Guillermo del Toro team up, like, could make a kick-ass movie together one day, you know?
All right. One thing I didn't send you the link for, but obviously we should talk about, which is, there's actually some good games that just came out on Game Pass.
Dude.
Deathloop just came out, which was, you know,
I was playing it just before we started. Yeah.
Fun. I installed it, but I haven't played it yet.
It is super resource heavy on our graphics card and whatnot. So I'm playing it on 1440p, and for some reason the game is only picking up 5 of my 6 gigs of VRAM.
Mm-hmm.
So it's telling me that I can't play the game, but then I play the game and it runs crystal smooth. So I don't know what the hell its problem is. Definitely plays better on controller for anybody who is considering
Mm-hmm.
playing the game. It's I've been playing it on mouse and keyboard, but there's the more you play, it's just way too many buttons to click. It's better on controller.
Mm.
I aim better on mouse and keyboard, but all the mechanics work better with a controller. I did my first my first loop, like
Mm-hmm.
my first death loop, if you will, which was pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool. No, the game looks really fun. It also kind of reminds me of Dishonored. It kind of plays that way in
Hmm.
terms of like the way you move. You know what I mean? It's a bit the way you scale, the way you climb things. Like when you hold spacebar to climb ledges, that feels a little clunky.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm loving the characters. I'm loving the kind of like the story behind it and the originality of it. Really enjoying it. It's like I said, I'm playing it on 1440p on its lowest graphics, and that looks amazing. So I could only imagine what medium or high graphics look like. Because like I have the texture models for the people, I have it on low. The settings are low, high, and then very high. On low, Dennis, it looks like better. It looks like Cyberpunk 2077 on Ultra. You know what I mean? It's
Wow. That
it's
good.
well, okay, maybe not Ultra, but high graphics. You know what I mean? And that's on low. Like I am playing on 1440p, but for the texture models to be on low, and it like I was worried when I saw the settings. I was like, shit, I can only run this at very low. This game's gonna suck when I play it. And then I played it, and I was like, this looks amazing.
Hmm.
I could only imagine what the hell high graphics looks like. Like that's gonna be like jaw dropping one day. Next time I update my graphics card, I'm gonna play this game again.
Yeah, you
Oh,
go.
Game Pass has added. I don't know if it's Game Pass on console as well, but Game Pass for PC has added a function that tells you the estimated time it'll take you to finish a game,
Yes,
which I
it's
quite like.
yeah, I saw that as well. But also, so this is a game. It got. I think IGN had given it a 10 out of 10. It was on a lot of
Mm.
people's best of. And and it was exclusive, strangely, on PlayStation for until now because it had that deal before Microsoft had bought Bethesda, and that the contract didn't was still in place, and so now it's weird. Not weird, but now it's kind of in its quote unquote rightful
Yeah.
place because Microsoft owns the actual IP. So now you can play it on Game Pass for free. And I installed it. I'm gonna play it probably later today.
It's fun.
Also,
I think you're gonna have a good time, man. They
another
also
game.
put Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I want to talk about next. That's a game I did
Mm.
not finish that I had played on my Xbox One, and now I think I'm just gonna start all over on the PC version and play that.
Yeah.
I just remember it being a very gorgeous looking game. I liked walking around, running
Get the
around.
Atlantis DLC. It's a really good DLC.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
the
actually
Atlantis
really
DLC.
quite enjoyed it. The only reason I didn't finish was because I got it, and I remember I was like, "Oh, they made a mistake on the release date because it was like 2 weeks before Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. And so I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey for those 2 weeks. You know me, I'm not like a play all day type of person. And so I was
Yeah.
just kind of getting through it. I was probably like 10 to 15 hours through it. And then bam, Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out. And then, that kind of just took over. And that was like, I can't remember, like 70, 80 hours game that one, like I played like a lot.
Man, I
Um,
also haven't finished. I'm in the exact same boat. I never finished it because it's huge. I
yeah.
played the DLC because I kind of skipped towards that because it looked fun. I bought. I think on PlayStation I own like the gold deluxe. I have
Hmm.
all the DLC, the whole game. I got everything, and it's so much. I played. So since they kind of did the soft reboot of the series, you had Origins, you had Odyssey, and then you had
Hmm.
Valhalla. Of those three, I actually enjoyed Odyssey the most because I like the setting more.
Yeah.
Valhalla was fun, but I liked ancient Greece more than I liked the little tiny part of England that they
Yeah.
had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I like the setting more, and the
Me
graphics
too.
don't look that much different to me. I just prefer the setting. I preferred. Well, also you still get the naval combat, right? So with
Hmm.
Valhalla, there's none of that. You know what I mean? You're pillaging. They have the pillaging aspect. So you have your whole crew and you pillage, and that's
Hmm.
really awesome. And the one thing that Valhalla has that Odyssey doesn't is you have your home base, right?
Hmm.
In Odyssey, you can get lost. Like the map is huge.
Yeah.
But in Valhalla, you always have a place to go back to. You have a home that you can upgrade. You know what I mean? You can like invest your resources in to make it bigger and better. Which I wish that they had that in Odyssey. Would have made it so much better. But I'm really looking back to going to. I'm looking forward to going back and playing that game for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm
Again.
gonna start from scratch and play it on the
Mm.
PC. But I'll probably play Deathloop first. Also, remember I still have Guardians
Well,
to
Deathloop is technically
to
will be quicker to finish.
yeah.
In theory, it's
Theory.
like a 50. Well, in theory, it's a 15-hour game,
Uh-huh.
but to do all the cutscenes and all the endings or whatever, I think it's 20 or 24 hours,
Okay.
which is still significantly less than Odyssey.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, and then the third kind of bigger game, it's not a AAA game, but is what is it? Why am I
The
blanking?
Disney game.
The Disney game, the one based on Starlight Dew Valley, whatever. I never played
It's
the
kind of
game.
like Animal Crossing / Stardew
Yeah.
Valley. Yeah, it's one of those like casual games. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is
I
called
haven't tried
Dreamlight
it out
Valley.
yet.
Disney
Yeah.
Dreamlight Valley. I installed it. I haven't played it yet. It looks like a fun casual game to get
I do
into.
like casual games. Yeah.
Plus,
I do enjoy those.
versus something like Stardew Valley is okay. I'm familiar with all these characters and this environment, so it just feels like something I can kind of just play for fun, and take a. Obviously, it's not high on my priority, but it's been getting pretty good reviews. And it's on Game Pass, so it's
Yeah, there was also a lot of other games that they added on Game Pass that's not as big that also look really really fun. It's just and then I just looked at Game Pass earlier today and I saw that they added a bunch more coming soon titles. I'm just so excited for Game Pass, man, in the future. Like the next couple of months on Game Pass are going to be super exciting.
yeah. All right. There was this world premiere trailer called for Ashfall, which is a
Yeah.
MMORPG from Legendary Star Studio.
It'll be on PC and mobile.
It's interesting because it's like it's almost like a like kind of like Fallout, but MMO version, which I thought Fallout
Yeah.
76 was, but it ended up not being that. Fallout 76 ended up being kind of a strange hybrid.
This still
This
looks
game-
early post-apocalyptic as well. Like Fallout is like way late. Everything's decayed.
Yeah.
Like out here doesn't look. It looks like you're in the desert. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like you're. It doesn't look like it's that deep into the post-apocalypse, but who knows?
Also, this
Doesn't
is
look
third.
like 100 years in.
This is also third person game. So and
Well,
it's,
yeah, for most MMOs are.
yeah. So and it even
Yeah,
has
I'll
a
be
little
honest,
vault at the end.
Yeah,
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I'll be honest. It does like nothing about this is catching my eye. Like they showed off a lot, but like
It
I don't
doesn't
know,
stand
I have
out.
to, I have to see more. Yeah.
It
I
seems
mean,
like
some of the gameplay does look good. I'll be honest,
it just doesn't look
it's di-
unique. I think that's
it's
the thing.
difficult. Look, MMOs, it's difficult to do. Even if you do make a good MMO, it's very difficult to keep the player base. Like, look at New World. New World is actually it's a pretty good MMO. Look, when they started out, New World had no end game. They messed that up for themselves. So like they pulled in the players. People loved playing the game. They got to the end and then they realized, oh, there's no end game. And like MMOs are all about the end game. Like the entire point of an MMO is all the raids you do at the end. You know what I mean? So yeah, maybe they learn their lesson from New World and they do a better job.
Here's my last thing, and I know you have some stuff. This just being
I'm
someone
excited
who
about this stuff.
someone I was late to the train on because like people had been talking about this show, Ted Lasso, for the longest time.
Ted Lasso, man.
And I was kind of worried. I was like, "Oh, people are hyping up. It's not gonna be that good." You know what I mean?
It's
And
good,
also,
Dennis.
and humor's very subjective because, like I know a lot of people
Wholesome.
love. Remember Arrested Development? Like,
Yeah, I
I
loved it.
see, I liked it, but I didn't love it like everyone else did. So I was kind of worried I was gonna, have the same reaction. But no, I ended up loving Ted Lasso. So anyway, Ted Lasso. Why are we talking about this on video games? They are going to be including Ted Lasso and AFC Richmond, which is the fictional team that
Yeah.
they have on the show, and it's going to be integrated into FIFA 23, which is great because like
Yeah.
pe-
It's
people
also the
who
lost FIFA,
yeah. So people who can, who are fans of the game or the show can play as have Ted Lasso as the coach, and have play as like Roy Kent or Jamie Tart or Obasanya. Like you can play as your favorite characters from
I'm
the
so
show.
stoked.
They have
Like, I'm
screenshots
more
too.
willing to get the game now. I'm literally more willing to get the game
Yeah,
now.
and that's why they
have
did
who?
it.
What did you say? They have?
Oh, screenshots.
Oh, they have
Yeah.
screenshots. Oh yeah, they do. Oh my
Like,
gosh! It's
so look at Ted Lasso. I mean, it
man.
looks like exactly
What?
Jason
He's got
Sudeikis.
the outfit and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you've watched both seasons by now.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, very good. I'm looking forward to season 3.
Yeah.
I do have a bit of extra news here for us to bust out before
Yeah,
my
go for it.
power goes off.
Yeah.
This is gonna okay. Got a lot of Twitch news. First of all, I'm not gonna cover all the Twitch drama. If anybody listening to this or watching this knows about the Twitch drama, there's a lot going on. Like I'm not gonna be able to cover all of it. For instance, Erob got banned for 7 days because he said he was gonna. He joked and said he would beat up a viewer at TwitchCon, but it was a joke. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a messed up joke to make, but it was a joke he made. He got banned for 7 days, and then they banned him for 30 days after like investigating this situation. So he got a month-long ban, which most people think is funny because just the other day some girl got caught having sex on stream and only got a 7-day ban. So it's like it's pretty messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she literally like in the reflection of her like it's not like on. Like she was streaming, but in the reflection of her mirror, you could see that there's someone behind her going to town, and like only got a 7-day ban. You know what I mean? A slap on the wrist, and she got the most publicity from it, and it's crazy. This dude makes a joke about beating up a viewer at TwitchCon, in a clear joke, and he gets a 30-day ban. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. There was another big scenario around Slicker or Sliker. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Another big Twitch streamer. He has a massive gambling problem. And apparently he's been like asking for his fans for money and stuff like that, and he's kind of like
that's not
he's
good.
been getting a lot. He's been getting a lot of money from fans, other streamers, and stuff like that. One guy gave him 27 grand. I will say before I go too deep into this, a lot of the big streamers in the community came together and have started paying back a lot of the people that got scammed. So the guy that paid 27 grand, he actually got 28 grand back from XQC, one of the top streamers on the platform. But there's sad stories too. Like there's this one lady who, bless her soul, she should never have done this. It's kind of silly, but you feel bad for her. She needs chemotherapy, and she gave this dude 7K of the money she was saving up for her chemotherapy.
What?
You know, yeah.
What?
Bananas. And this
Dude.
dude's like, and he's come clean about it all. He has a severe gambling problem, clearly. And the whole scenario, it's really sad actually how much he scammed people and things like that. But I will say Twitch's response, and people were shook by this because everyone thought Twitch would do nothing. If you look at their track record, everyone was expecting they would do nothing. But Twitch they haven't banned gambling completely. Like you're still allowed to have poker, and you're still allowed to have sports betting, I think. But like anything slot machine related, so slots, roulette, and dice games, the ban started October 18th, so it's already been taken in place. They've also listed a bunch of websites that you can no longer use. They'll probably add on to that. But this is I was expecting Twitch to do nothing about this. You know what I mean? But now that they're seeing how bad the scenario is, they are actually putting a ban on gambling. But there's certain things like poker is a big thing. Like you can't ban poker. You know what I mean? Like that's a big entertainment thing. You know what I mean? That's different. There's skill and stuff involved in that. It's very entertaining to watch. You know what I mean? Slot machines, things like that can promote unhealthy gambling to kids. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Sports betting is a weird one, but I suppose they have to keep that going because it's also like, I suppose there is. I don't know how that works either. But yeah. So going back though, Twitch is having a lot of issues. Apparently, Twitch has had a report about child predation, saying that I think what was it here, between 2020 and 2022, they have found 1,976 users who were systematically following young streamers and like kind of like creeping. So there's like almost 300,000 children are targeted in the past 2 years. You know what I mean? So I don't know what they plan on doing about this, but they are saying that it's absolutely horrifying to like get get this information. After reviewing the 1,976 alleged predatory accounts and viewing live recordings and other material, Bloomberg allegedly identified many instances of child grooming that had gone unreported. Like, that's really messed up. You know what I mean? I have no clue what to, like. I think Bloomberg reached out to Twitch and Twitch said nothing. So no clue what they're going to do about that. But here's like the biggest news that I think is going to affect everybody, right? Anybody who's a Twitch streamer or looking forward to be a Twitch streamer. And I think this is the final nail in the coffin. Like, Twitch is basically handing over their title as the best streaming, like live streaming service. They're basically handing it over to YouTube with this. They're getting rid of their 70-30 revenue split and they're sticking to 50-50. So
50-50. I thought
Rough,
70-30. First of all, 70-30 is already not great.
Yeah, that's the good deal, by the way. If you get partnered, you get the 70-30 split. So and getting partnered on Twitch is really difficult. So you become an affiliate, and then when you're an affiliate, I think it's 50-50. I could be wrong, but once you're a partner, you get 70-30, so you get more of that money. You know what I mean? But now they're going to a 50-50 split, which I just think is the dumbest thing they could have possibly ever have done. It also just screams how much they need money, like how badly they need money to go for like the 50-50 split. They're saying it's more profitable, which obviously it is. Yeah. In an ideal world, all streamers would be on the same set of terms regardless of size. However, instituting that policy would have a negative impact on the streamers currently on these terms. So yeah, here's why YouTube's going to be booming now with live streaming, because on YouTube you immediately get a 70-30 split. As soon as you're a part of their ad program, you immediately get that 70-30 split. You don't have to be a YouTube partner. You don't have to, you know what I mean? I think it's like getting that even before this, like you go back like a year ago, right? It was significantly easier to get a 70-30 split on YouTube than it was on Twitch, because on Twitch you had to get partnered. You know what I mean? So this is literally, I don't know what the hell's going on at Twitch, man, but they've been doing some dumb stuff. They've just like, they don't do exclusive deals anymore. YouTube's been snagging up their biggest content creators and stuff like that. A lot of people are like actually just starting on YouTube now. The issue is that YouTube doesn't have what's the word I'm looking for? If you go on YouTube on your mobile phone, right? There's a tab called Shorts, because they want to push Shorts to you.
Yeah.
YouTube Shorts, they want to do that. Also, moving forward, YouTube Shorts are now, you're now going to be able to get paid for YouTube Shorts, by the way. Even if you use licensed music, which is interesting. They have like a creator fund, and people making shorts are going to be getting paid a lot more better on YouTube than they are on TikTok, which is huge as well. You know what I mean? But YouTube they have YouTube Gaming, but they don't make it as accessible. Like it's difficult to find a live stream on YouTube. Like, you can find them, they might show up in your recommended list, but they don't have like a dedicated tab, or like they do, but it's not nearly as visible as like the shorts. So if all they have to do is just make up the visibility of streams, and I promise you, most people are just going to stream on YouTube. They're not going to be anywhere else. I can't for the life of me figure out why they did that. That's big, Dennis.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the 70-30 split, going to 50-50. Yeah. And then this is like more PC gaming related news, but Nvidia announced the RTX 4090 and like the 4080 and a couple of the other ones, graphics cards we can't afford.
The only good thing is to take the 30 cards down.
Exactly, we can get the 30s now, which I'm looking like I'm actually eyeballing a 3060, possibly a 3070 pretty soon, actually, hopefully before the end of the year. But the one thing that they announced that I got excited about is they are there's that's announced Portal RTX. So the Portal from 2007, which is a fantastic puzzle game, it's now getting a ray trace mode. This isn't too new. Like, I think they did it with Quake 2 as well and Minecraft. Yeah, so Minecraft has RTX, Quake 2 has RTX, but I'm really excited for Portal RTX. Like, that's going to be really cool. I don't know if you have to like buy it, if it's a different version, or if it's just coming to the original Portal game. So if you own it, does it become a mode? I'm not too sure, because Minecraft was like that. You know what I mean? You didn't have to buy Minecraft RTX. It was just a mode that's available. You know. This is sad news for me. EVGA. I don't know if you know EVGA. They're like a distributor for graphics cards.
Yes.
A manufacturer. They are no longer going to be working with Nvidia, which is sad, because it was getting yourself like that was here's the thing. I probably am going to get myself a EVGA 3060 or 3070. You know what I mean? Like, because they're just easier in my country. They're easier to get, like by far. You know. Their distribution's a bit better out here as well and things like that. But they said that they're no longer going to be working with Nvidia for disrespectful treatment. That's the reason for terminating their relationship. EVGA terminates relationship with Nvidia, seizes all video card manufacturing on grounds of disrespectful treatment, among other things. Employees told they will be taken care of, but we don't see how all those jobs will persist. So also kind of sad for the people creating it, but I don't. That's unfortunate, man. That does suck. This I thought was quite interesting as well. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, right? It's getting fantastic reviews, like phenomenal. I haven't watched it yet because I promised a friend we would binge it together, and we're waiting to like get together to binge it together. But it's been the highest player numbers since launch. Like the anime came out, and people were like, "I want to play the game now," or they want to go back to the game and they want to make builds that are similar to the characters in the anime. So like that's a big trend on YouTube now. I've seen people creating like the builds from the anime. And yeah, what's it now? It's gone up to 80,000 concurrent players, which is pretty big. You know what I mean? Hold on, yeah. Yeah, it had 85. Sorry, yeah, it had 85. Wow. So on launch it was 80,000, and now currently, and that's usually when the game has the most. And now it had 85,000 this past week. You know what I mean? That's more than the launch. So more people are playing it now than they did at launch, which is insane.
That is crazy.
That's really cool. So Alden Ring, there's a board game coming to Kickstarter. Thought it worth mentioning because I know we do love Alden Ring here.
It's funny because Elden Ring's getting all everything except for the DLC. They're getting like a manga that's more of a comedy. Now they're getting a board game. It's like, okay, where's the actual?
It's interesting. It's dice-free combat, requiring players to strategize and adapt their plans during each encounter. I thought it would have been involving dice. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to be more tabletop heavy, but it's interesting. Yeah, they're getting a manga as well, like you said. Crazy. Like eventually we're going to get DLC. We have to. Either that or it's just going to be Elden Ring 2 one day, you know. Who knows? Though I believe Bandai or whoever's the parent company to the people that made Alden Ring, I believe that they're pressuring them to possibly make an anime game in the future first. Like, so I think they have to like fulfill their like parent company obligations first before they can make another Elden Ring or something. And then the last bit of news I have is that I don't think we covered the Tokyo Game Show. Now we're not going to. A lot of it we already covered, like Tekken 8. We already covered Tekken 8, which looks fantastic. We covered Street Fighter 6, I think, which is like got like an open world aspect to it. Make your own fighter, open world aspect, walk around. It kind of looks interesting. Resident Evil Village DLC, but this is something I missed completely, which is the Yakuza series rebrands to Like a Dragon. So the last Yakuza game to come out was Yakuza Like a Dragon. That's just what it was called, and that's my favorite Yakuza game of all time. I'm actually replaying it now just because of how much I enjoyed it. We do know that Ishin got announced, which was like an old game that's finally getting like a port or like a remake. What's it? Hold on, yeah, Ishin. It's getting a localization.
Yeah.
But so the next Yakuza game is not going to be Yakuza 8. It's going to be Like a Dragon 8. Yakuza is now known as Like a Dragon, the entire franchise, which is what it's known as in Japan, anyways. Sonic Frontiers is actually looking better, which is interesting. People are saying they're a little bit more optimistic about it. A couple other things that got announced. This one, Quantic Dream. So the people making Star Wars Eclipse. It's going to be a merge of action adventure with the fundamentals of a Quantum Dream kind of game. So I'm excited to hear that because that means there's going to be a lot more interaction with the game, you know, rather than just like choosing dialogue. You know, it makes me think of Heavy Rain where there was like motion controls and things like that. I think it's going to be a lot more involved, and I like that. I really like that. We got a release date for One Piece Odyssey, which I'm looking forward to, 2023, January 13th, which is pretty soon. They're adding more monsters to Monster Hunter Rise. There's a new Souls-like game. I think the demo's out right now on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It's called Wolong. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, Wolong. I think we covered it a while ago, but the demo did just come out.
It's been getting pretty good reviews.
From the people that made Neo, and I loved Neo. Neo is also a Souls-like game. Neo 1 and Neo 2.
Yeah, it's
So
from
been
it's from Team Ninja. It's weird because like Team Ninja has their exclusive game for PlayStation, which is was it like Rise of the Ronin? Is that what it was called? Rise of
think
Ronin
so,
or something
yeah.
like that. And then they have their exclusive game on Xbox as well. So
And then there's
this isn't it. This isn't the exclusive one. They have another one that's exclusive. I can't remember the
no,
name.
this is something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Awakener Risen. It's a new RPG from a Chinese indie developer. There's gonna be 4 classes: Warrior, Sword Dancer, Soldier, and Lancer. It's looking pretty good for an indie game. There was a trailer for There was a story trailer for Exoprimal, which I'm starting to kind of like. It's kind of rubbing off on me. This Exoprimal game. It looks fun. It reminds me of Warframe, but like a little bit better. And then speaking of Deathloop, apparently there's an update coming out. I don't know if it's out already, but there's going to be an update that extends the ending. So most likely it is out. Okay, I think it's already out. So there was an update that extends the ending. But that is all the news I have, and I have 6 minutes left of electricity.
Cool. So yeah. I guess before we sign off, like, what have you been playing? Like I said, I finished Immortality. I just downloaded Deathloop. I'll be playing that. I still need to finish Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I think Assassin's Creed Odyssey and some Dreamlight Valley is probably in my future as well. How about you?
I've been replaying Yakuza Like a Dragon because I really enjoy the story. I've been playing Deathloop. I was playing a bit of that today, enjoying that. As usual, a lot of Valorant. It's a very sweaty, competitive game. People ask me why I play it because when I play it, I look really upset and angry. But it's like I need that competitive edge sometimes, man. Like I need that scratch, that competitive scratch. Like it's the only game that gives me that intense competitive scratch. That and like maybe League of Legends, but. So I've been playing those things. I've been playing Fortnite because the new season of Fortnite is out, and Fortnite for me is so casual. It's like the no-brain thinking game. Like if you want to play a shooting game where you don't have to think much, and I've really been enjoying that. And then yeah, I still need to finish my current playthrough of Spider-Man. I've already played the game tons. I still need to play the DLC, but yeah, for the most part, I'm probably gonna be playing a lot of Deathloop for the next few days because I'm pretty hooked to that game so far already.
Cool. All right, guys, that's it for this episode of the Revog Games podcast. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/Revog. We also have our podcast feed, which is on Spotify and Anchor.fm. That's every week. You can follow me on Twitter at ThinkHero, Instagram, Dennis.tzng. Josh, where can people find you?
You guys can find me in the Revog Discord server. There should be a link in the description below. I'm more than happy to talk video games anytime. And if anybody plays on PC, we can play some games sometime. You guys can also find me on Twitch at It's Thespis, all lowercase. Once I get to 100 followers, I will be back to streaming.
Yes, and you eventually get that 50-50 split.
50. Yeah, I'm so excited. No, I'm actually 100%. I should actually just move to YouTube. I should just do it now. It's going to be the place to be.
Yeah. All right, cool. So until next time, see you guys later.
Later.